Hi, I make cheap international calls to Guyana daily with netsurftelecom.com. Their service is the best to call Guyana. Plus, every time I recharge my account, I receive free minutes. All new customers get $1 free in minutes when you sign up. So sign up today with netsurftelecom.com. We never stop connecting you.
That Auditor General's report for the fiscal year ending December 2013 surfaced at the second sitting of Parliament and is the reason for much debate. The report covers the public accounts of Guyana and the other accounts of ministries, departments, and the 10 administrative regions. And this one detailed the previous administration's non-compliance with the laws governing financing in Guyana. One shocking infraction was the decision by the previous administration to render advances from the Contingencies Fund that failed to meet the criteria. According to Section 43 of the Fiscal Management and Accountability Act, the minister, when satisfied that an urgent, unavoidable, and unforeseen need for expenditure has arisen, A, for which no monies have been appropriated or for which the sum appropriated is insufficient, B, for which monies cannot be reallocated as provided for under this Act, or C, which cannot be deferred without injury to the public interest, may approve a Contingencies Fund advance as an expenditure out of the Consolidated Fund by the issuance of a drawing right. The Auditor General's report, however, reflects that the previous administration, in many instances, failed to adhere to this very section. The report states, "In my previous reports, I have highlighted instances where the criteria were not fully met for advances issued from the Contingencies Fund, as defined in Section 41(3) of the Fiscal Management and Accountability Act. While it has been observed that there has been closer monitoring of these advances, the situation still existed, and for the years under review, 3 advances totaling $510 million were issued that did not meet the criteria. This represents the government of the day operating on a basis whereby monies wanted were taken from the Contingencies Fund, even after failing to meet the requirement for release from the fund. Another startling revelation from the report was the existence of several bank accounts with static balances, which were not properly appropriated. The Auditor General report noted 8 accounts with static balances totaling approximately $1.8 billion over the last 6 years and held in special bank accounts at the Bank of Guyana were not transferred to the Consolidated Fund. This would result in shaded deprivation of the fund that requires parliamentary approval before the monies could be accessed. The Auditor General opines that should these monies be paid over to the Consolidated Fund, the total of all government's bank accounts, including the overdraft of the Consolidated Fund, would give a positive balance of just over $56 billion. The Auditor General's report further revealed that those monies which are rightfully owed and should constitutionally be paid to the Consolidated Fund were not subject to the due process. This may have had a damaging effect since, according to the report, as at 31st of December 2013, the bank account reflected an overdraft balance of over $2 billion, while the cash book reflected an overdraft balance of approximately $22 billion. Auditor General Deodat Sharma in his recommendations urged government to adopt and fully implement the International Public Sector Accounting Standards, IPSAS, and to desist from operating on a cash basis since this will provide quality, consistency, and transparency of the public sector finances. The Fiscal Management and Accountability Amendment Bill 2015 attracted the attention of the 11th Parliament after it was tabled on Thursday by Finance Minister Winston Jordan in the National Assembly. President David Granger gave his assurance that this bill will be assented to. For HGP Nightly News, Kingsley Bryan.